During a training session, a drug addict suddenly wandered into the fire station. Everyone was curious what was he doing there, but the man's answer took them all by surprise.
Just checking, I heard you guys had some slots available.
Slots are all filled, man. Sorry, dude.
Brandon wasn't surprised by the reaction. As he turned to leave, the fire chief suddenly called out to stop him.
We got one slot open. You want to interview for it?
Seeing Brandon's scattered, unstable state, the chief questioned him directly.
When was the last time you used? Don't think. Just answer the question.
3 months ago.
You got a record?
Felony larceny.
After hearing his troubled past, the chief still decided to give him a chance. He wanted to know why someone like Brandon, a man who seemed completely broken, would want to become a firefighter.
I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've done a lot of things that I'm ashamed of, and now I'm embarrassed by, honestly, but I just had a daughter.
Brandon explained that his only wish now was to give his newborn daughter a healthy environment to grow up in. The chief was moved. He promised that if Brandon could finish the day's training, he could join the fire department. Under the blazing sun, the team started running up the mountain in formation. But Brandon's body, long damaged by drugs, gave out after less than 2 kilometers. He threw up repeatedly and fell far behind. By the time the others reached the top and began heading back, Brandon was still struggling near the base. His teammates shot him looks of disdain, unable to understand why the chief would give someone like him a chance. As night began to fall and the chief was about to call it a day.
You dropped dead on the trail?
Definite possibility.
Oh well.
Hey, Sue.
What?
Brandon finally stumbled to the mountaintop. Without resting, he pulled out his camera to show proof he hadn't cheated. His determination earned him a spot on the team. After returning down the mountain, Brandon used his last bit of savings to buy a cart full of groceries and quietly left them at his ex-girlfriend's doorstep. He truly wanted to take responsibility for his family now. Just months earlier, Brandon had been lost in the haze of addiction. Then, one night, a friend mentioned that his ex-girlfriend was pregnant. Brandon went to see her immediately to ask if the baby was his. She admitted it was but told him she would raise the child alone. In her eyes, Brandon was a failure, someone incapable of taking care of her or their child. She turned and walked away, leaving him standing there in shame and despair. He thought the news of her pregnancy might inspire him to change, but when he passed an unlocked car on the street, he couldn't resist temptation. What he didn't notice was the police car parked across the road watching everything. He was arrested once again. He begged his mother to bail him out. Though she was heartbroken and disappointed, she eventually paid the bail. When he got home, she threw an envelope at him. Inside were a few bills. It was her last act of love before cutting ties completely. Even then, Brandon didn't turn his life around. He kept sinking deeper into addiction, until he saw his newborn daughter for the first time 5 months later. Her innocent smile pierced his heart and awakened his sense of responsibility as a father. By some miracle, he was accepted into the fire department and began to rebuild his life. The training was grueling. Each day, they carried heavy gear, trekked long distances, and practiced cutting fire breaks. While the others answered the chief's questions easily, Brandon kept getting them wrong. To teach him about team responsibility, the chief punished the entire squad, 200 push-ups each. The others were furious, especially Mike, who went so far as to insult Brandon's wife and daughter.
I've heard some shit about her mama. You sure that kid's even yours, bro?
That crossed a line. Brandon was furious, but he held himself back. He couldn't afford to lose this job. His family depended on him now. Then the chief received a call from headquarters.